My fellow patriots, a bit of history we might all have forgotten, but it's important nevertheless. In 1776, the American Patriot had control of a great media source called the Pennsylvania Gazette. It was their communication line. They did not have Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram to relay their messages. There were simpler times, but they were able to rally their love for country, love for their fellow man with a 2-page column. As the news spread of the tyranny of the king through the colonies, patriots from all walks of life rallied with each other to defend what today we call the United States of America. You may wonder, why do I tell you this? I tell you because I'm hoping, after you watching this video, you can share the message far and wide to reach all patriots in our country and spark a great rally against the continued disrespect against our fellow veterans, the lack of assistance, and the support from our government. I want you to share this video so people like Socialist Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez understands clearly the storm that's forming. We veterans have sat idle too long. We have all served our country with pride, and while we might have various opinions about life, politics, and or religion, there's one burden we all continue to carry, and it is the despair, the cries, and the disappointment of a system we swore to protect, a system that continues to fail us every day. Socialist AOC stated recently that the American people deserve VA health care same as our veterans, that our VA health system was the highest quality, and that what is not broken, don't fix it. Look, we all understand AOC is not the brightest crayon in the box, but we veterans cannot stand idle while a supposed representative of the people stands on the back of veterans and promotes a lie. We have a huge problem in the VA healthcare system, and hiring 49,000 government employees, mostly all subsidized with international visas from countries that hate us, from people who have very little loyalty to flag and nation, won't put a dent in our problems. It is like adding more wood to an already burning fire. Our problems coexist with the policies on which the VA system operates. Our government, once they have gotten the best, youngest, and brightest of our nation go through the toughest of challenges, sends them to hellholes where they wouldn't even send their own children. Then these young men and women come home broken, infested with God knows what. Their minds no longer the same, so they want to get rid of us as quickly and as effectively as possible. One of the ways they have done this for years is using us like guinea pigs, trying new forms of drugs and treatments from Big Pharma. Big Pharma spends millions of dollars lobbying to continue the system. But that's still not our biggest problem. We can't talk about veteran suicide rate and how many veterans have killed themselves, some dosing themselves with gasoline in front of the VA steps, but that's still not our biggest problem. Our problem, as I said, the system the VA is set on, the policies that are implemented daily. The VA policy is to deny every claim the first time through. They do this simply because they know 70% of the claims will not appeal and fight for their claim. This is where veterans lose their hope. By the time a veteran decides he needs assistance, he has likely run out of all options, and this damaging termination doesn't help. There's no easy path after this. Most veterans lose all hope to ever receive the benefits they have earned and deserve. The VA is also capped on VA claims at 30%. By meeting this quota, VA leadership receives mighty bonuses every year. Now, how is that a system we want for the rest of the country? Imagine contracting some cancer for a couple of months of dealing with burn pits in Qatar, which you know the government and our military has documented, and we all know the health risk can be deadly, and then have to defend our claim. Imagine you served in Vietnam and had contracted Agent Orange diseases to later in life deal not only with the nightmares, sweats, tears, flashbacks, and all the other combat-related issues to not having to know that your days are now numbered, and yet you have to defend your claim to a system that claims that they are there to help you. Imagine the hundreds of thousands of Marines and sailors who have been poisoned by the water in bases like Camp Lejeune, to where many have died waiting for their claim to be approved? No. Our VA system isn't anywhere close to the highest quality. Our VA system is run like a killing factory, not much different than the Planned Parenthood. Our government sees our military as property. It always has and always will be. We're treated this way from the day we take our oath, and just like any company, when they have to deal with property that no longer has any value, they place it as a damaged goods to be demolished, exterminated by any means necessary. Now, of course, the VA system isn't going to come up front and tell you this, just as Planned Parenthood won't tell you that they're killing babies for profit. They will keep the 30% veterans happy enough that that's the perfect number to where things are bad, but they aren't bad enough to bring the system down. The VA system is the only department where it's set to help veterans. Yet there are dozens of law firms and nonprofits set around the same system to assist veterans retrieve their already earned benefits. They're very successful. If they weren't, they wouldn't still be around today, taking new clients to fight for them. Imagine a system where you have to lawyer up to fight for health benefits you have earned. Imagine a system you have to fight a claim of a health issue you received while serving your own country. If we truly believe that every veteran deserves the best health treatment, why not send them to a private sector and let the government pay the tab? It is simple. The VA is a scam, a monopoly where the money exchanges hands on the idea that is helping veterans. The VA has 387,000 employees, $287 million to assist in denying 70% of veterans their earned benefits. Now, if you're a veteran and you're part of that 30% lottery winner, you're set. You're golden. You deserve the benefits, and we're happy for you. At least someone is getting something from it. Sadly, the other 70% are dying as we speak, losing their hope and likely to become another statistic. Do you know that you're more likely to die of cancer as a veteran than as a civilian? Likely due to any exposure to chemicals, drugs, physical stress, and mental stress. In a nutshell, that is the problem with the VA system, a rigged system working against veterans every day since its creation. So to Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez, do not tell me how the VA is the highest quality when you enjoy the benefits now of the greatest healthcare system money can buy, paid by us, the taxpayers. The only healthcare system that is the highest quality is the system the politicians are able to receive. It is so great that they even exempt themselves from Obamacare. I hope that if you're a veteran or a civilian who supports our military and our veterans, will begin to join me in the quest to save our republic. We do not have the Pennsylvania Gazette, but we have each other, and all it takes for us to unite as one to change a broken system that is long due for a change, a field day of cleaning up the many years of bureaucracy, red tape, and bullshit. Uncle Sam Misguided Children was the first veteran-owned private blog that broke the story of the VA scandal. The VA issues affecting our veterans today is number one on my list, as many others. Now we have a government that has decided not only we veterans aren't good enough, but illegals come first. Illegals are well fed, given thousands of dollars, free health care, free education, while homeless veterans die in our streets. I've had enough with all the talking, so I'm asking you to join me 4th of July at the Capitol to rally in defense of our republic, our American values, our patriotism, our nationalism, to rally for our veterans, for our citizens, for our troops, to rally for our Christian values, our unborn babies, our sovereignty, to rally against communists, socialists, and all other enemies of our republic. We rally for our right to bear arms and to defend the greatest nation this earth has ever seen. Join me. Sign up for our newsletter. www.unclesammisguidedchildren.com